been smoking gas and I got no. I got 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Bitcoin in my wallet now. In my wallet now. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It's February 14th, 2020. Happy Valentine's Day to all you lovers out there. Shout out to my man, the Tech Geek, again with another one. I forgot about this 21 Savage bank account. I love this song. Thanks for the song request, bro. What's good, people? Hope you guys are doing well today. And welcome to yet another episode. I don't even know what number it is anymore. It's a whole bunch. I got a lot of episodes, that's for sure. I got a lot. Today, we are going to revisit this deal with Google and Hedera Hashgraph. It looks like more news about this is coming out, and it looks like this deal may generate $1.9 billion in revenue by 2024. That's huge, man. I don't know how that trickles down to the token holders. I would assume it would by them being able to attract more developers onto the blockchain, and then hence you get better and more robust projects, and then therefore you get more users, right? That's kind of how it goes. You need the developers to be on board, and with a 1.9 billion, that will definitely put them in the right direction. So we're gonna take a look at this article out of Cointelegraph that talks about this. I already kind of went over the whole partnership. This is why Hedera is up so much in the last few days, even more than the rest of the altcoin market. It's been on a tear in general, but Hedera has really been outperforming the altcoins. So we're gonna take a look at that news. Lightning Network, also out of Trust Nodes. This article only continues to support my thesis about the Lightning Network, guys, and is that it's very centralized. It's increasingly becoming more centralized, and this new study says that removing hubs will lead to a collapse in the network. So I just want to highlight the other side of the coin. People in the space are always talking about Lightning this, Lightning that. I've never been a fan of it. I don't think it will ever become what it's been intended to become. But we're gonna take a look at this article out of Trust Nodes. And Steemit, can you believe Steemit has joined TRON? This was a shocker. There were rumors about it when Justin Sun was tweeting about an announcement a few weeks ago, and many people did throw around Steemit. So where there's smoke, there's fire, and evidently there was fire here. Steemit joining the TRON blockchain. That is crazy. And then something that is, to me, this is a bullish sign. When you don't have the major crypto outlets talking about this, you don't hear a lot of PR about it. No one's really buzzing. No one's talking about it, right? Outside of maybe the EOS Reddits. But social media network Voice.com is launching today, or has launched today. We're going to look at the details. I'm probably not going to read the article from Wired, but I'll leave a link for you guys to read that one. We're going to go over the one from the Bitcoinist.com, the only one I've seen yet, which is crazy. But we'll go over that. It launched today. I'll leave the one for Wired. I always like to get articles and viewpoints from sources that aren't in the crypto space. It's always interesting to see their frame of reference when it comes to different projects in the crypto space. So I'm definitely going to leave that one in the link below as well. So all three of those articles, or actually four, we will take a look at today. But before we start, if you guys find these types of videos informative, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this. And this episode is brought to you by Prime XBT. Check those guys out. You can trade all types of markets, from cryptocurrencies, stocks, commodities, all types of stuff, guys. So check them out. Prime XBT, very good platform, very good platform. You can fund your account with cryptocurrencies. One thing I have to mention, use the promo code CryptoBlood and you will get $100 in credits towards your trading account if you deposit 0.045 of a Bitcoin, and that is around almost $500, somewhere around there. So you deposit around $500, you get $100 extra to trade. So check them out, primexbt.com. So let's take a look at the heat map today. All green for the most part. Bitcoin is up 1% to 10,342 bucks. Look at Ethereum up 6% today, 282 bucks, going crazy. We're long that position in our algo. We're making crazy money on that one. EOS is up 1.2% to $5.35. Binance up 2.9% to $26.21. and Litecoin up 4.4% to $83.58. So we got a lot of these altcoins jumping today. Definitely jumping. XRP up 2.8% as well to 33 cents. And as you guys can see, we look like we are building a bottom there in this region. And speaking of a base, we see a double bounce here. I'm assuming if I draw a horizontal line, we can find where that is somewhere back here. If we keep zooming back, let's see where that lines up. Pretty close to our peak right here. Anywhere else? Kind of giving us some area right here. If I draw another line though, I can do one right there. I'm going to change the color. Something really noticeable. And if I scroll all the way back, it is possible that we see a bounce toward this area. It's possible. But either way, we're going to be reactionary if you're discretionarily trading. You know, if we get above this area, you know that's a bullish sign. We're going to head higher pretty aggressively, I think. But if we can't break this area and score a point, we may do this first, then head higher. Got to gather some steam. So we'll see what happens. But, you know, 10K seems to be a good base psychologically. It's a quadruple whole number area, so that holds a lot of weight psychologically. Those are traders know what I'm talking about. Psychological whole numbers definitely play a big role in trading. But first article out of Cointelegraph, we're going to revisit this Hedera Hashgraph partnership. A new report says that it could generate possibly $1.9 billion in revenue by 2024. It says here, independent research firm Fundstrat predicts that Hedera Hashgraph, the enterprise-grade public distributed ledger platform, could generate $1.9 billion in value across its network by 2024. Fundstrat's predictions are highlighted in their latest report, which analyzes Hedera's recent growth. The report shows that Hedera's platform has handled over 36 million transactions since September of 2019, when the network became publicly available for anyone to build, test, and deploy applications on. Hedera's distributed ledger technology is currently being used by companies such as Accor to help track the spread of the deadly coronavirus. Fundstrat's report also points out that Google joining the Hedera's Hashgraph Governing Council is a key indicator for future success. I totally agree with that. I think that is common sense there. While companies such as IBM, Boeing, and Deutsche Telekom compose Hedera's Governance Council, the addition of Google is a milestone validating Hedera's enterprise potential. Absolutely. You couldn't get anyone bigger. I mean, who's bigger than Google when it comes to enterprise? So Hedera Hashgraph CEO told Cointelegraph that Google will be running its network node on the Google Cloud Platform, GCP, to ensure the creation of a global distributed network. And it goes on to talk about adding decentralized trust to applications. In order to solve this problem, Hedera has launched the Hedera Consensus Service on February 13th to provide developers with the opportunity to create verifiable timestamps and to order events across any application. According to Harman, the CEO, Hedera is the first blockchain distributed ledger that allows developers to build their own application networks. Hedera refers to this as an AppNet, which is basically a set of computers that enable privacy yet utilizes the trust of Hedera's public ledger as their consensus engine. Hedera Consensus Service could allow companies to track assets across a supply chain or to track the number of music streams to determine remittance for digital rights management. So, you know, like I said, you guys know I was one of the first to jump out there and say you need to pay attention to Hedera. And listen, I can't take all credit. I first found out about Hedera Hashgraph from, you'll be surprised, Mike Maloney. When he talked about it, that really convinced me, because I think he actually interviewed Harman back, I think 2 years ago. And when I saw the technology, I'm like, man, this is like next level stuff right here. I wouldn't even consider this. It's not a blockchain, first of all, it's a hash graph. But, you know, it's not even like blockchain 3.0. This is like 4.0. This is like the next level type of technology. And we're so early in this game, you don't know who the winners are going to be. But seeing Google behind this pretty much cements its position as being one of the projects that will be around 5-10 years from now. So I'm just letting you guys know, you know, Crypto Damas, you start taking heed to what he says. You like how I talk in third person there, don't you? Trust knows Lightning Network increasingly centralized, removing hubs leads to collapse. This new study says a number of academics from European universities, in addition to Christian Decker of Blockstream, have concluded that Bitcoin Lightning Network has become very centralized to the point it collapses if some hub nodes are removed, opening it to Split attacks. The study covers January 14th, 2018, all the way through July 13th, 2019, when more than 8,000 users maintained 120,000 active channels that transacted 2,700 Bitcoins, worth roughly $28 million. The BLN is becoming an increasingly centralized network, more and more compatible with a core periphery structure. Further inspection of the resilience of BLN shows that removing the hubs leads to the collapse of the network into many components, and evidence suggesting that this network may be a target for the so-called split attacks. They do not describe these split attacks, but after much analysis of many aspects, they concluded Lightning Network's structure seems to become increasingly similar to a core periphery one, with well-connected nodes clustering together. More precisely, their analysis reveals the presence of many star-like substructures with the role of centers played by the hubs, seemingly acting as channel switching nodes. Man, such a tendency seems to be observable even when considering weighted quantities, as only about 10% of the nodes hold 80% of the Bitcoin at stake in the BLN. Moreover, the average Gini coefficient of the node's strengths is around 0.88. So, yeah, this is, again, I'm telling you guys, I've been telling you. Some of you look at me like I'm crazy, but you need to, stop listening to the main narrative in cryptocurrencies with a lot of these projects, and it's almost like the mainstream media. Cryptocurrency has its own mainstream media, if you want to be quite frank, and so you have to really weed through and weed out a lot of the nonsense, the narratives that they want to push, and either do more due diligence, more research, independent of what Cointelegraph or any I like trust nodes because they're more kind of independent in their thinking. They challenge a lot of ideas in the crypto space, so use trust nodes as an example, as a resource. But a lot of the mainstream media, crypto media outlets, they're no better than MSM, to be honest with you. So just want to give you guys an update on that so that you know what's going on. But wow, this one right here, can't believe it. CoinSpeaker, Steemit joins the TRON ecosystem. TRON and Steem's development teams will immediately begin working together to bring Steemit and other Steem blockchain-based DApps to TRON blockchain and its community of over 20 million users, products, and services. TRON is one of the larger decentralized ecosystems, providing fast network speeds, high throughput stability, and scalability. The partnership continues the beat of TRON's rhythm in partnering with top firms like Samsung, Poloniex, Opera, and DLive to provide a dynamic value proposition to its users, investors, and community members. Steemit is offering a Reddit-like service built on top of the Steem blockchain as one of the largest dApps across all blockchains. Steemit also claims a thriving community of its own due to the growing number of dApps developed on the Steem blockchain, with over 1 million users. Some popular real-world use cases on Steem blockchain include the YouTube alternative DTube, Instagram alternative AppPix, and fitness dApp ActiveFit. So together with TRON Foundation and Steemit Inc., they will both look to create further value for their users and to augment their advancements in decentralized technologies. This is crazy. And you have to give it to TRON, man. They're acquiring different companies. They're doing partnerships with various companies, man. This is something that, if to be fully critical of and transparent and unbiased, I wish I would see something like this with EOS. I think what Block.One is trying to do is not be the head, decision maker and steer the ship of EOS.io, but I personally think they should be more involved. Again, we're going to take a look at Voice.com. They launched their beta today, but it would be great. And I like how the TRON Foundation is really spearheading and controlling the at least initial direction of the TRON blockchain, and kudos to them for doing so. So we'll see how things pan out, but TRON is definitely, you got to give it up to them. You really do. They're doing their thing. And speaking of EOS, I should say Block.One, Voice.com launches their beta today. Again, it's not really covered in mainstream crypto media. It says Block.One, the company behind the EOS blockchain, is launching its Voice blockchain-based social network today on Valentine's Day. Voice has been one of the most anticipated projects to come out of EOS. The article talks about my man Brock Pierce, the former child actor and blockchain billionaire behind EOS, tweeting about this launch of EOS Voice blockchain-based social media network taking place today. The beta version of Voice is available for the infamous voice.com domain, which they paid about $30 million for, by the way. It's crazy. So the article goes on to say that Voice has been a huge undertaking for Block.One. They have invested over $150 million on the project. The platform bills itself as a truth-focused social media network, which aims to give censorship-heavy social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter a run for their money. Voice is not actually launching on the EOS mainnet itself, but on a separate EOS.io blockchain or beta chain. The EOS.io is a protocol and development toolset for building private, public, and enterprise blockchains developed by Block.One. Platform will require users to provide identity verification to use the platform and will moderate fake news, bullying, and manipulation. So it seems free speech and censorship resistance will be curtailed to some extent, and they will not allow nicknames or avatars either. It is unclear how Voice can accommodate truth on its platform when it's implementing AML KYC and will not allow avatars or nicknames for anonymous posting. Even though Voice intends to pay posters for the content they create and opinions, it will be a heavily moderated user experience. It remains to be seen if the users will be willing to dox themselves to earn tokens for posting. And so the article goes on and talks about how they're not launching on EOS mainnet. And, you know, again, here we go. This narrative, they continue to paint a false narrative about what's going on in the roadmap. They've clearly stated, and the CEO of Block.One had to come out on Twitter and go at, I think it was CoinDesk, I believe, or either CoinDesk or Cointelegraph, one of the two, about how they painted the scenario with Voice not launching on the blockchain mainnet, EOS.io mainnet. They're launching on the test net for beta, and when beta is done, they will roll out to the mainnet. That is not my concern. What has been, and I've been telling you guys, what's been a concern of mine is the fact that this KYC thing, I'm not too fond of it. I'm gonna be honest with you. And on top of that, I'm just hearing here in this article, I didn't know this, they are not going to allow you to have an avatar or have an internet personality. You're going to have to be your real self on there. You guys let me know how you feel about that. I surely don't know how I feel about that. I'm going to be honest with you. That is not cool. So let me know in the comments below. Will you be signing up for this when it's available? You're gonna have to use your real name. You're gonna have to use your real name, and like I said, you'll basically be doxing yourself. So I don't know, they may have to pivot from that perspective. You may have to allow people to have an avatar, an internet name of some sort, and not be so raw with it. So we'll have to see how this pans out. Personally, I don't like that aspect of it at all. That's like 2 thumbs down for me on that one. So we'll have to see how that pans out. You guys, again, let me know your thoughts about that and all the rest of these articles that I have covered today. But hey, that's my 2 Satoshis on the subject. Let me know yours again in the comments below. And shout out again to the Tech Geek out there on YouTube for the song request. 21 Savage bank account. I'm out of here, people. Holla!
I be Gucci.